Being a small business owner over the years, years ago right now, I think I would have 32 employees, and years ago when we had Piggly Wiggly, we had 62 or 65, I believe. People skills is you got to listen to your employees. You got to have an open mind, and I think being an alderman, you got to listen to what the public wants, what the mayor's objectives are. Not only that, and listen to both sides of the story and make the best decision you can for the community. And I think that takes people skills. Thank you.
Well, I've been a banker for 37 years. When the last bank I retired from, I had 10 employees. And we worked as a family, but we had to toe the line. And I think with that experience, I can help with making sure that your tax dollars are spent wisely at the city, and that our budgets are balanced. Because every time we spend money in the city, it belongs to you. We got some great employees. They come to the alderman a lot of times about complaints, and we try to work with them. And we get the complaints from the citizens, and we try to work with them. So sometimes you have to have the patience of Job. And I think we all have done good so far with trying to help our neighbor and our friends in the city, and we'll continue doing that. Thank you.
Well, I guess one thing is that I've always tried to do is like Jeff said, listen with 2 ears and speak with one. I do try to listen to people's concerns. Sometimes people get aggravated because I don't give them an answer right away because I try to think about it. I don't like to make a decision on something important unless I think about it. Oftentimes, you don't get all the facts and everything until you're right before the vote, because some people have different ideas, some people know something, and that's part of the debate. So a lot of times I think it's important for us to think about the issues before we vote. One skill that I don't know that I have, but that I strive for is humility, because I think that as a public official, if you're not humble, you will be before you're in this office more than a month. People will humble you. Their experiences will humble you. You don't have to worry about getting too cocky, because people will put you in place real quick. Okay? So I hope that answers the question, and again, thank you. What do you see as far as unique advantage that we could use to improve our marketing to businesses, individuals, for example, as a retirement community like Crossville? Well, one thing, this was a study that was done by the Highland Initiative some time ago. If we can use our 50s type, I guess, town that we all see in black and white TV shows that they're looking for. They're looking for a quiet community. And Sparta fits the bill for that, for a lot of them. We can use that to draw them in for retirement. Another thing they said that spins back in the economic part is that once you get retired people here, a lot of times they want a little part-time job. And so if you've got a retired engineer, he may want to do a little engineering. Well, you know, we've got Tennessee Tech up the road. We know we have good graduates from the high school. We know that because they go on to Tech and they don't come back a lot of times, so we know they're good. So we can pull them back into the community working for that one, and that person can mentor them. So by doing that, we expand our business. We also need to use our bluegrass heritage as a marketing tool. I mean, no other town can say that this is the home of Lester Flag, okay, or some of our other noble people. Our website, if you haven't been to our website, I wish you'd go to it and look at it. It won awards. And that goes out to trying to market the city and town. And we need to listen to our business people. We need to take advice from our business people. And we need to take that to heart and try to implement programs to help them. We do our best now, but we can always do better. Nobody's perfect, and you can always try to do better. And new things happen. I mean, you know, who would have ever thought when I was growing up that you'd have businesses working on computers at every corner? Okay, so or who would thought about the internet? I mean, there's new businesses, new industries coming out down the pike. We need to jump on it. Thank you.
Well, you know, we got a lot of gifted people in Sparta, White County, that can come to our square. We have an art show. Thor, he's got a great place that can have art gallery and draw people in. We can have antiques show all the way through the city, like some towns do. And we're already doing the cruise in and the Liberty Square. Those bring a lot of people in, and for the people that's around the square, I notice a lot of them, they lock the doors when that comes. I don't know why, but I feel like that's the time, an opportune time to sell your products or your goods, and apparently it's not, but I don't know. But I know that the eating establishments get a lot of patronism during that time, and but I think that we could become a community, a retirement community, just like Crossing as well. We got a lot more people that's moving in, a lot of people that's retiring. The baby boomers are aging out, they're fixing to retire, so we have a lot of good land around here that they can build a home. In fact, we've got a 48 unit going up Cooper Road right now. That's I don't know when it's going to be finished, but that's a plus for Sparta too. Housing is short in Sparta, and but we got to get jobs too. I think when you start getting tourism and more people coming into the community, that will follow. Thank you.
I have some rental property around, and we had a lady saw my rental property on the internet, and it was down in Rock Island area, and there's some folks from Rock Island area here, which is absolutely gorgeous down through that part of the country, and that's where Jackson Kayak started from. And I asked her, how come? And she just picked it out. Well, you know, the mountains, the trees, the valleys, and she moved up here from out of Florida. And we asked her, well, how do you like this here? And once folks get in here, they love it. And even in my store now, people come in from out of state, and they ask us Rock Island, Fall Creek Falls, and they cannot get over the beauty here. So I think we do miss the boat sometimes about not telling people more about this for the retirement. And they just move in here. I think Richard moved back up here from out of state. Al Key, if I'm not mistaken, down in your way, has done the same thing. He just moved in here and absolutely loves the area. So we just got a lot to be thankful for. Thank you.
One of the unique advantages of Sparta is the proximity. About 3 years ago, when we started the Downtown Business Association, I showed a video on an artist relocation program. Now, Paducah, Kentucky has a very large one, and there was nothing along that line that I wanted to do, but my intention was and still is to get about 3 or 4 more artists to purchase the buildings in the downtown. And the reason why that's important is, first off, an artist can live upstairs, have the downstairs as a studio, and have the front as a showroom. Artists normally leave town to make their money, so it really doesn't matter whether they make money in town or not. They leave town, but they have to live somewhere. The unique thing of that is that from a tourist standpoint, if you come into a town and there's 5 galleries, then you go to the next town and there's 5 new galleries, you see something completely different, because art is a manifestation of the personality of the artist. So it's always going to be different, so it's always attractive. The most unique thing of all is Tennessee Tech, in the form of the Craft Center, is an artist factory. Those kids don't have a place to go right now, and that's when you get them. You get them before they purchase something. We need to bring them in, start nurturing them, start getting them acquainted to the community, get them to buy in, they'll stay here. That's the most important thing about the artist relocation. It can't be a rental building. They have to purchase it so they feel part of the community. Thank you.